Well, it's a topic on everyone's lips, of course, during an earthquake, and that is insurance. So joining me now is John Lucas, the Insurance Emergency Coordinator with the Insurance Council. Flown down from Wellington yesterday. John, thanks for joining me on the show.
Thanks, Megan. It's a pleasure to be here.
Now, there's a lot of things that we need to kind of get through, but first of all, let's kind of talk about the basics. What are some of the things that people out there need to know insurance-wise?
As far as insurance goes, you need to lodge a claim if you've suffered any damage, whether it's contents or house or both or even business. First of all, if it's your house and contents, call EQC.
Yes.
They have an 0800 number, which is going to be shown a little bit later on the screen, but it's 0800 326 243. Those lines have been fairly busy and people may experience delays in getting through. You can also lodge claims directly with the EQC's website, which is www.eqc.govt.nz.
So we contact them first, not our own insurance provider?
Contact EQC first. Now, if you have a feeling that your house damage is significant and is likely to exceed what EQC pay out, which is $100,000 plus GST, also contact your insurer, because it's likely your insurer will get to you first in the initial few days.
So EQC pay out $100,000?
That's correct.
Plus GST, did
plus
you say?
GST.
So obviously, who's making up the surplus? Is that then fall onto the insurance
The insurance
provider?
company provide the top-up between the $100,000 plus GST and whatever the repairs to the house will take, or rebuilding of the house if it's a total loss. Also for your contents, EQC will pay out the $20,000 plus GST, and your insurers will take care of the rest.
Okay, that's really good to know. What happens, and sadly it's happening a lot, where people are losing their home, that's it. What happens then with home and land and all those issues?
What would happen is a settlement would be made if the house is unable to be rebuilt because it's extensively damaged, or quite likely, in a lot of cases around Christchurch, the land has actually liquefied and there's no stable support for that property to be rebuilt. We'll be waiting for the City Council engineers to make that call. That will happen in the near future. But what will happen eventually is that EQC will settle damage on land.
So we will get reimbursed if we've got land as well?
That's correct, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's good news.
If it's residential land, EQC will be paying out for land damage.
Okay. And still to that same value, over 100,000?
No, it's a little bit different where it comes to land. EQC work out their settlement based on the average value of the land in the area. So it's a little bit complicated. It's probably something that EQC will need to tell people about, but their land settlement claims would allow someone to probably buy another plot of land and with their insurance money buy a house elsewhere or build a house elsewhere.
Okay. And how is it set up? How long will we be waiting to get reimbursed, that side of
Well,
things?
that's right. This is a huge event. It's probably the biggest emergency insurance payout event that we've seen in modern times in New Zealand. The insurance industry have got a lot of people on the ground at the moment. A lot of our members are bringing people in from Australia over the next few days. Some Australian loss adjusters will be here this afternoon. That could go further. It's likely that help will be obtained from partnerships in the UK, Canada and the US, because they're very familiar with earthquake events. So this will take some time. The big thing at the moment is that the city officials that I've just come from a meeting from Civil Defence are saying that they will be another day or so before they get enough information on the building inspections that they've done to allow insurers to start looking at a lot of the commercial buildings. So we're working with that with the building inspectors with the council at the moment. One thing that all homeowners should just be aware of, if you've got drainage or plumbing issues or water leaks, minor things that you can get fixed up straight away, do that. But if you call in a tradesman to do that work, get that fixed up, but keep a record of what they do and any parts or plumbing that they replace, any drainage they replace or roofing materials they replace, keep those parts for inspection later on. So they keep those materials so that the insurers can actually look at that information, look at those items later on. Same with damaged home contents. If you please get rid of any perishable items which you may be keeping. It could end up being a health hazard later on. Make a list of anything that you take out of your freezer or your refrigerator if you've got no power or if your refrigerator's been damaged, and dispose of that stuff safely. All your damaged items in the house, by all means clean up your house, remove those items, but please keep them for inspection by insurers later.
Okay, so that's some really good advice there, and some common sense coming into play there too as well.
Yes, yes.
So how long do we have to lodge a claim, John?
Well, with EQC, I believe it's 30 days, that they may extend that, I don't know, but currently I think it's 30 days. I may be wrong, but it's around about 30 days. You know, I think anyone who's got a claim, lodge it. It won't be hard to do. You know, even if you can't get through the phone system and you don't have internet at home, if you can get to a local library or an internet cafe and lodge your claim, record the EQC claim number that's provided by the claim lodgement. You need to hold that, and also let your insurers know what that EQC claim number is. That will help both EQC and the insurers work together on tying up those claims.
So absolutely be doing everything that you possibly can, even if you haven't really suffered any substantial damage at the moment. We are still feeling these aftershocks. This morning was certainly a good one to kick us into gear again.
Yes.
So take stock of what you've got.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. And very importantly, keep safe. You know, if you've got a chimney in your home that could be damaged, don't light fires in your chimney. Use alternative heating. Even if you've got a you know, a wood burner with a metal flue, I wouldn't go lighting chimneys if there's any risk of damage.
Fantastic, John. Thank you very much. Some really good advice there, John, from the Insurance Council.